Hello, everybody. Welcome to Carrots Gaming. I'm your host, Carrots. Today, back at it again with some more Empire at War, playing the amazing mod, Age of the Empire. I've been really excited to play this one for a very long time. I've been following the progress of its development for, I think, about a year now at this point, and I'm very excited to finally have my hands on it. This is a very early access build, so anything you see here is like subject to change, and like any bugs you might see, like this is a early access build still in the testing phase. So nothing you see here is set in stone. Everything here is like subject to change. All bugs are like subject to be fixed. And I think the Empire faction is one of the more fleshed out factions, which is why we're going to be testing it out first. So let's just get right into it, honestly. Let's just get into a space battle. How's our beginning forces looking out? Alright, we're looking at gladiators, CR90s. Let's amass like a little bit of a fleet. So from what I've kind of know about this, it's not going to be so much about making one large fleet and trying to like bulldoze a certain like area of the thing, but more like a bunch of smaller fleets to try and hold our territory, and then maybe a couple of like bigger fleets to try and like brawl around and hit some of these other territories. Because as far as I'm aware, the garrisons, however you say it, are function a little differently as far as I'm aware. Let's see if I can find like a holdout world, say here. Let's have a look at. I don't know if I can see what exactly we have in defense. Well, we have two Golem 3 platforms here, so Coruscant's pretty well defended. I don't know how to look at, or if there is even defense stations really that have garrisons, or how that works exactly. I'll have to conquer a world and see how it kind of works, because these seem to already have everything built out. Let me see if I can find a planet that doesn't have all of its stations, so I can kind of see how it works. Oh, I think all of our stations are pretty well built out right now. So let's try and conquer some territory and see how having a new planet feels, and how building stuff in that works. Let's start amassing a fleet. Let's take out Ithor.
We'll be right
Just
there.
because generally when I play Imperial campaigns, that's usually the one I try and go for first. Because generally that's usually a... That looked like a victory too. That's interesting. So this is supposed to be an early Imperial campaign, but I guess it kind of would make sense that they would have victory 2s by this time period. I'm just so used to like other mods having them be later tech, but I'm assuming we can't build them right now. Well, let's go check that out, actually. Where's the pause button? Okay, here. Kuat. Where are you? What can you build for us? So, non-capital ships. Fortress World has 20% time cost reduction for all Golem platforms and ground defense arrays. This planet may require additional forces to achieve control due to heavy defenses. Interesting. Factory World Class 5 provides 20 protection, orbital shipyards. Okay, nice. So a lot of like good production for our shipyards and vehicles, I assume. So we can build. Let's go to structures. Looks like we can't build anything there at least yet. Let's have a look at our Space Force, and then we'll have a look at our ground force here in a second. So it looks like we get some IPVs. These look like they will... Standard Imperial Patrol Corvette employed in a variety of roles, ranging from customs and anti-piracy to anti-starfighter and supportive work in light fleet. Okay, so like, kind of like the... yeah, 2 medium dual lasers and 2 anti-fighter missiles. So this is kind of would be your anti-gunship, anti-fighter work, looks like. Maybe trying to focus down bombers or like some heavier gunships. We have Lancers. Oh, I know this one. This should be point defense all the way. Specialized anti-starfighter corvette that would see prominence in Galactic Civil War as a counter to Rebel starfighter tactics, and processing a heavy bank of quad laser cannons hampered by underpowered engine array and sheer diversion of power to required for weaponry. The decision would see limited service in comparison to other corvettes in the universe. Okay, so this is like slow-moving but like a lot, yeah, like 9 quad laser cannons that will tear through starfighters. Underutilized. I'm gonna be using the crap out of that. But this seems to be like, I guess what they're saying is just the more standard anti-fighter loadout. We have Carrack light cruisers. These seem to be heavy turbo lasers, heavy medium laser cannons, and medium ion cannons. Interesting, so they serve a ion role. I kind of like that. I always like having little ion boats as my Carracks. The venerable light cruiser in service throughout the galaxy by myriad of factions, most notably the Republic and the Imperial navies, is considered one of the most durable ships in the galaxy for its size, along with powerful weapon banks, with groups of these vessels being effective in fleet and picket lines. These features have allowed the vessel to stand the test of time against much newer and more modern cruiser classes, earning itself a position similar to the larger Dreadnought heavy cruiser. Interesting. So we'll definitely want a couple of those in our fleet as kind of like a backbone, like tank for frigates and whatnot. Ooh, we actually get to build Nebulon B. That's funny enough, not something the Empire gets to build a lot of in most of these mods. It seems like it's like very, like most people agree that that seems to be a very rebel ship, but it's both. It really should always be both. It should primarily an Empire ship, and it was primarily used by the Empire. It just got stolen a lot. The quad designated like corvette or light escort frigate, first seeing service in the late Clone Wars, heavily employed by the Empire as a convoy escort and system patrol craft. Outside of private sales, the vessel would often be stolen and find their way into the hands of many fringe groups and rebel sector fleets, where the modular nature and ease of customization provided them with years of service, able to act as general picket and support for vessels, but cannot take much punishment. Okay, so it's like medium turbo lasers and medium ion cannon, or laser cannons, I mean. So kind of like your anti-corvette, anti-small ship kind of deal. Then we got our strike class medium cruiser. A small yet effective vessel, the strike craft was introduced as a self-contained modular warship, a departure from traditional Navy policy. It is able to engage small and medium-sized targets and overwhelm larger vessels in numbers. However, should be in support of fleet engagements due to its relatively light protection. So this is medium turbo lasers, ion cannons, light turbo lasers, and assault. Okay, so this is just all like heavy hitting for like medium ships to large, I imagine. I imagine this can hit. Yeah, because those mediums and those ion cannons, and I assume the assault missile launchers might go through shields. I don't know exactly how the subsystem damage works in this. I'll have to see how it plays. And then we have our Star Galleon class frigate. I'm used to this being our tactical support fleet tender. Yes, that's very good. Successor to the Olean Galleon frigate, produced in response to increased attacks on Imperial shipping convoys. It features many defenses in order to ward off attackers. It is able to set up a capable support ship in any formation. Okay, nice. So we'll want a bunch of those because those will be our fleet tenders. Then we have the Dreadnought class. This, I imagine, is going to be a brawler, heavy combat class seen amongst Republic and Judicial forces nearly 80 years prior to the Clone Wars. Outfitted with an array of simple yet effective weapon systems and large arcs of fire afforded by the weapon's blister pods. Yuck, I always hate when they're described as blister pods, but it's what they are, but still, I hate it. Notoriously crew-intensive, the design would nevertheless be used by countless planetary governments and other forces, spawning many modified variants. Heavy armor plating and construction affords a high degree of protection from incoming fire, but little starfighter capability and sluggish speed serves as a weakness to an overall rounded design. Okay, so it does have some starfighters, but I think... Oh no, it has more than... So it actually has... I'm assuming when it says 0, it only gets 1. That's kind of nice. So this seems like it gets 2 squads of half a squad. And then we have Gladiator class Star Destroyer. Heavy cruiser in the first seeing service in the Republic formations as an escort to heavier victory classes, most notably outfitted with a large frontal hangar bay functioning as a wall. Okay, so this is kind of like going to be our hangar. Or not a hangar, but our carriers. As I assume kind of is unable to engage heavy targets due to its light array of weaponry. So it's got light turbo lasers, medium turbo lasers, it's got torpedo launchers, so it's not going to be terrible in a fight. We have the Victory 2 class, we have the Victory 1 class, which is, I hope, going to be a missile boat. Yeah, assault missile launchers. Combat-oriented heavy frigate and similar size to its Venator counterpart, armed with a large array of anti-ship missiles and medium-scale turbo lasers. Efficient as an all-around fleet combat vessel, but smaller hangar complement and main power. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be like your heavy hitter, kind of like your mid to frontline ships that are going to be brawling with your other capital ships and frigates. And then the Victory 2, late Clone Wars upgrade of Victory 1, upgrade, sure. Upgrade of the Victory 1 class, trading assault missile array for a heavy array of weapon, turbo lasers with ion cannon weaponry. Upgraded main reactor provides a sufficient boost to speed, but still inherits the flaws of the base armor design. So maybe it has better, like, reactors and stuff, but I like the missile pod design way better than I like the ion cannon design, but that might just be me. And then for our capital ships, we're looking at an Imperial 1 class Star Destroyer mainland warship outfitted with an array of turbo lasers. Oh yeah, lots of turbo lasers. Yeah, nice. Like to see that. Ion cannon weaponry able to engage targets and capable weaponry fire loadout. Seeing service shortly after their Reconquest campaigns or experience called for multi-planetary role occupation assault. Okay, so this is going to be your main battle, like leading your tanks. I'm assuming these two. Oh, interesting. So this seems to be our, at least for right now, at least in this era, our Super Star Destroyer Praetor 2 class battlecruiser, nice, and then a Tector Star class Star Destroyer, which is basically a. They cut the hangar out of a Imperial 1 class and put more turbo lasers on it, and threw another reactor in there, is effectively what that is. Anyway, let's get into a combat and see how it plays. You command Imperial 1 class Heavy Carrier Forge. Heavy Carrier, interesting. Okay. Let's continue gathering our forces at Aburidian, I believe that is, to attack Ithor. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, let's get a couple more of these ships out here.
Moving out. Heading out.
Away from, like, the front lines. I'm gonna keep some of these frontline worlds with ships just because I don't want them to get attacked without some level of defenses.
Ahead to that
Who knows how...
location.
You guys will have to let me know in the chat box if I'm playing this horribly, because I don't really know a lot how this plays. I kind of want to come to it as, like, a new player, not really knowing a whole lot about it. It seems like the text is messed up here, but I'm assuming they know about that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of these things have text, but again, this is all subject to change as this is like early beta. It's not out to the public yet. This is just a early look at it. Who knows how much of this I'll even have to edit out and how much of this you'll even be seeing, because I'll have to check with devs how much I'm allowed to show. I don't think there's any restrictions, but I'll have to be sure. I think this should be enough to lead some form of attack. I'm imagining it's not going to be too crazy. Let's go in with some... Well... Let's go in with the Nebulons. These are usually my scout ships as the rebels. So they should kind of fill a similar role as the Empire, I'd assume. Especially with their jamming capabilities so that they can stop missiles if they get spotted. Okay, yeah, doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy going on there. Ooh, the graphics immediately. Oh, that's like my first like proper look at it. Look at that. Look at that Nebulon V. Look at the lighting. Oh, I like how the lighting isn't doing that weird flashy thing that it always Empire War always does. Oh,
Awaiting
that's
your
so
command.
cool. I love that. Is this a Tai Ellen Starfighter Squadron iconic main fighter of the Imperial Navy deployed in thousands of the star systems, possessing high speed and agility to trade off for protection and firepower, fares well against older vessels and snuff fighters, but can be matched by heavier craft. Yes. Let's have a look over at here and see what... Well, let's go this way, and let's send our tide this way. Defensive maneuvers. Pilots perform a defensive flying technique against opponents, increasing agility and defenses against their craft for a short period. Ooh, interesting. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then we have combat air patrol will engage in patrolling. Ooh, okay, so this is normally the hunt ability, I think. But they're
Additional
calling it
garrison
combat
on the way.
patrol. Does it perform differently? The squadrons will then attempt to eliminate the threat. Yeah, I'm assuming that functions similar to how the hunt ability does in base game.
Online.
Let's kind of fast forward this a little bit. I'm wondering how the fleet. Oh,
TIE squadron.
back off. Somebody kind of got to it before us.
Set.
Let's have a look.
Moving out.
Oh, spicy.
Armed and ready.
Turn around, get out of here.
Underway. Moving
I would love it if you could hard burn out of there. You're totally gonna. Can you cut? Do you have to go past the enemy? I would have rather you've gone through the asteroid. Okay, let's pause and have a look at here. What in whoa, what is this? What are we dealing with here? I don't think we're ready for this. Well, do we even have any victory? Yeah, we have a victory too. Okay. Star cruiser of unknown origin, most commonly employed by Galadian slave traders, relatively unknown to the galaxy at large. The type is notable for an inclusion of several hard-hitting ion batteries intended to disable smaller vessels on capturing operations, while stable to engage pirates on light capitals. Oh no! The type possesses no anti-starfighter weaponry whatsoever and requires perfection from armor complements of I-beam starfighters and other escort frigates. Okay, I assume you guys are the I-beams? No, star chasers. You guys have bombers? Oof. Okay, these are the I-beams. Heavy star employed a gun, heavy starfighters, so they'll probably tank our ties. It seems like they're fighting other people though. It seems like they've encountered a rebel fleet, which they can go fight that out all they want. Do I get a refresh on those ties? I do. Whoa, that was a little bit more firepower than I was expecting. Let's cut this way.
forward.
Hard to, right? Let's cut this way and see if we can capture whatever this is and get some form of foothold here. That's a capital ship. That's straight up a capital ship. That's appearing on our screen as a capital ship. I was not expecting that. It's fine. I think this counts as a capital ship. Oh, maybe don't go fast through the asteroid belt. I think you are taking some damage, but you should be able to survive it.
Moving.
I'm hoping. Are they just gonna sit there and guard their little moneymaker? It looks like it. Let's have a look at these ties. I haven't actually seen them yet. Ooh, look at the lighting off those solar panels. I like that reflected. This gives me like. I was about to compare it to Remake, but I almost think this is better than Remake. Just because the lighting quality is way more consistent, I think. Ooh, what is this? Abandoned deep rock facility. An abandoned automatic deep rock facility used in construction of separatist vessels away from the proper shipyard facilities. Because captured recursive light destroyers? Oh, gimme! Gimme all of that. Oh, I want it. Oh, this is so cool. There's like these stations and like little secondary factions happening off. This is cool. I kind of like this. This is like there's things happening on these planets. It's not just go and attack the enemy. There's like objectives to do. Nice. Nice. Oh, we get Vulture droids too. That's so cool. And they're actually called variable geometry self-propelled battle droids. They're not just called vultures. That's hilarious. But they still call them Hyena class bombers. That's funny. Look at that thing. Look at those heavy guns on the bow. Let's have a look at this description here. Let's pause it so nothing happens. The Recusant Light Destroyer. Destroyer originally built for operating by Confederate Navy. The Confederate Navy as a backline vessel capable of both anti-fighter and anti-ship operation, armed with large collection of both long-range weaponry and close-range defense. The design provides a self-sufficient long-distance patrol ship as well as a potential capital ship and fleet engagement. So we got one ultra heavy dual turbo laser, two heavy dual turbo lasers, and then some mediums, and then a slew of some anti-fighter weaponry. That's nice. That's good. That's gonna be the backbone of our fleet with the. Why are they coming to us? Because this also counts as a capital ship.
Online,
Okay, we're gonna have to deal with this cruiser first.
swinging around. That's within my parameters.
Let's swing around and get ready to meet this. Oh, hopefully that didn't damage us in any way. Okay, let's get around. Let's bring up some heavy cruisers. Get ready for this kind of attack. Oh no, I brought in too much. They're running. No, I wanted to fight.
Target. Tracking audio.
Damn. I didn't want to this. Oh wait, no, this is not done yet. Make full speed.
Killed. Unit. Enemy target. Located.
Make full speed this way.
Enemy detected.
Let's take a second and break off
Ready to commence.
ties. What do you considered? Howl Runner Starfighter, medium turbo lasers, or medium laser cannons? Okay, yeah. Group 1? No.
Visual scan.
I want you two.
A human.
Along with you. Group 1.
Unit counter.
Break off your attack, though, and attack multiple targets.
Kill.
Group 2, be ready for secondary action. Hold back. Come along this back line here. Ah, they're running. Damn. I was hoping to get into a fight, but I guess I brought in way too much with that recusant. Pretty explosions, though. That's fine. We're gonna see how the ground combat kind of feels and how it plays. Alright, we actually lost. Yeah, that's right. We did lose that. I forgot about that. They did lose that, so they must have thrown it against the enemy and lost it, which is why they retreated. Okay, let's get a little bit of a ground force together. Scout troopers. Always need some scouts. Let's pull you off here. Some vehicles. Some more vehicles. Looks like some Imperial Regs. Let's get them up in here. Coruscant, you normally have a stormtrooper platoon or so. Yeah.
Receiving location.
We'll have a look at our infantry and more what they do a little bit later. Let's pull troops off of an axis.
On the way.
I think it's also important to look at our ground and see what we got here. Prefabricated, okay, good. We have a garrison here, and we also have a garrison, probably. An Imperial infantry. Okay, so this is where we are going to be training our infantry up. That's good to know. Can we get... We cannot. Yes, we can. We can get Stormtrooper Academy. Get that immediately. We want an Axis to be pumping out troops immediately. Is there a way to get some spies to see what they have on the ground? Spies? Anybody have any spies? You a spy? Yeah, you're a spy. Get me a spy! Where did I just order that spy? Oh, well, give me another spy! He's just, I forgot where I got that first spy. Where did I...
TIE Scout
Oh,
reporting.
it's over on Coruscant. Okay, go over to Ithor, see what's going on there. Also give me an idea of how quick the hyperlanes will be. So, not too bad. This is not an attack force yet. Let's not... What's the difference?
TIE
Oh,
Scout reporting.
missiles. Got it.
Complete.
Are you there yet? No. I don't think so. Okay. Honestly, yeah, let's pull the ATSTs off there. And then let's have a look What's here? An Alliance field outpost, Sec Force troop squad, 4 out of 2, vanguards. Yeah, they're gonna have anti-vehicle teams and probe droids. Probe droids? What's a probe droid gonna do? That worries me. Is it gonna like a kamikaze droid or something? And a T3B tanks. I'm assuming that's their main light tank. Light modular command structure able to set up in varied climates and modest protection equipment provides small garrison for defensive activities. This is probably not enough to crack that, honestly. Let's pull some more troops off of these planets here. Coruscant, can you give us anything else? Give us your ATSTs. I'm hoping those ATSTs have rockets or grenades or something on them. Veers. Hi, Veers. How are you doing? Let's have a look here. We have Storm Commandos. Ooh! An elite special operations trooper derived from highly achieving stormtroopers personnel and providing exceptional training and equipment, highly mobile and able to perform a wide variety of missions, patrols, and light armor protection requires hit and run tactics. Okay, nice. And then this is... I have no idea. Oh, ooh, Storm Commando, another Storm Commando. Okay. Let's pull this entire unit off of Cardia and bring you to the front lines. Veers will be in command of our first little bit of a ground army here. Let's have a look at what these ATSTs are looking like while Veers is getting over here. A rugged bipedal scout walker device from the ATRT and ATXT lineage able to engage infantry and light vehicles. Oh, High Command has informed us the system is vital in our interest in this region in the galaxy. We must organize a task force to invade at once. Location Bomprell. Interesting. Imperial Stormtrooper. Okay, we might do that next episode if we have a next episode. You guys will have to let me know if you found this interesting. I'm gonna still be playing the heck out of this, but you guys will have to let me know if you want me to continue this and make this like a series on my channel, because I'm already so into this. A rugged bipedal scoutwalker, equipped with multi-purpose weaponry systems capable of scouting hostile areas alone. ATST was cost effective and easy to maintain vehicle, while its potential threat against. Okay, so you have anti-heavy AI blasters. So I'm assuming those are like what they're considering. Whatchamacallit? Anti-tank, and then we have light AI, so I'm assuming that's going to be our anti-infantry, and then we have concussion grenades. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, get up here. What's this? Perform orbital bombardment on a selected planet. Must have at least one... What? Oh. I don't know if this counts. Yeah, no capital ship in orbit. Okay. I was gonna say. Alright, Veers is here. Let's see if that's enough to crack this thing. We have a lot of money! I'm not spending any of this money doing anything! Wait, is that a lot of money? I can't tell. I honestly can't tell if this is... No, it's not a lot of money. It's not enough to do much of anything, actually, never mind. Ignore me. I don't even know how the economy works in this, really. I've just been kind of going through and seeing my first, like, look at how the combat works in this. I know there's, like, a different way how they do economy and, like, the cost of stuff here, which is what you can kind of see up in here. We have manpower, Durasteel, Tabana gas credits. Like, credits are, like, one of your many different resources in this, it seems. Alright, let's have the scouts hit the ground first. Light reconnaissance, rugged, okay, yeah. Let's have the snipers hit the ground first.
Invasion commencing.
Also, performance has been really well. I've seen no, like, lag spikes. I've seen, like, no, like, drops in FPS, at least that I've seen. This is a little funky. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why that's so tiny. Oh, I love the sounds of... You can hear... Here, I'm actually gonna make you guys group. You guys can be group 1, but I want you guys to be group 4. Do not auto-do the thermal munition scramble emits around vehicles, disruption, yeah, you can auto-do that. Okay, group 1. Go over here. Okay, this is our infantry buckers. Let's get... squad of... Regs and a squad of stormtroopers. Let's get some ATSTs in here. And then... guess some... I'm assuming these are gonna be our transports. And then some main tank platoons to control. So then we'll leave the rest of the spot here in case we need to get some reinforcements in. Oh, accidentally pulled up my console. Didn't want to do that. Okay, let's get everybody into these vehicles once they drop. Kind of move out this way. I like the models of the ground view, the infantry. They look pretty good. They look kind of similar to AOTRs. Like, there's nothing too outstanding, but they're just clean. I like them. You can definitely tell what they are. There's nothing, like, too funky about them. Okay, these only get 2 spots, so let's pop...
New orders coming from command.
We've located the enemy.
Coruscant to the outer edge.
You see the enemy? What do we got here? Sec Force Riflemen, defensive formations, and move up. Whoa! Look at the graphics on the weapons are already insane.
Sergeant spotted.
I'm loving this already. This is like so Star Warsy and like cool. I'm here for it. We don't have a bombing run yet already. Missiles are out. Let's take a second since we're engaging.
Today for the Empire's might.
Pull up everybody that's going to be pulled up. Let's get our anti-infantry moving out.
Ready for battle, sir.
Anti-tank getting ready to move as well.
Squad, you guys hear about the new E11s?
Awaiting orders.
I want...
You think it's another
No. I want Imperial Riflemen. Get over here. Assault tactics, fast moving, yeah. I want you into these things and ready to move. Cut through the forest if you can and get to the front line and just start eating these infantry. Let's have a look at this from the walker's perspective. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Do we have everything set up yet? No. Okay, let's get... Where's the rest of you guys? These are... Imperial... close enough. Get into this tank. Okay.
Imperial Army.
Everybody else, be ready to move out. You can move out now.
Waiting orders, sir.
Do a sensor sweep of this area. Can we actually... How far is our range? Pretty decent. Okay, never mind. We can't actually do it that far.
Advancing.
Everybody get to here.
Our tank is on the ground, sir. Alright, troopers, listen up.
I want you guys to be my group. Do I have a group 4? I do. I want you to switch to group 5, and I want you guys to be my group 4.
On the way.
Run down here and grab this point for us. We're going to be marching up this way.
On the march.
Because this is kind of where they came at us from.
Moving out.
Let's get the ATSTs up here, I mean, and then...
Our tank is ready for action, sir.
Look at these little... You would think they would hold more than 2 squads of troops, but that's fine, I guess. I'm assuming these are, like, they have weapons and stuff on them. Yeah, you can see the guns on... the gun pods on top and whatnot. Oh, interesting.
New orders coming from command.
Cut to the side here and deal with this infantry. Same with you guys.
Coruscant to the outer edge.
Oh, you guys were walking in defensive formation. No wonder you were being so slow. Get out and pop down. Get ready to load out should you need be.
Awaiting orders.
How does this look from the cinematic cam? You're not looking at the battle. Nope, the battle. Yep, there it goes. Oh, what is this column of STs we got going on here? Oh, why did you guys go over that way? I wanted you over this. Oh no, it's fine. Go hold up here. You guys go up here. I'd say make a full sprint. Not you guys. Sorry, you guys are probably group 4. We're gonna drop you anti-infantry and some anti-missiles as a secondary attack force here to kind of push out if we need to. And we'll leave you guys to be our main force with the ATRSTs. Oh, we actually are getting front line here, so let's make you all group 4. Let's actually hold up here to get the rest of our troops. Let's move up here as a column, or yeah, as a column, and see if we can find their buildings and attack it. They only have one building here, so I'm gonna see if I can find it and hit it with a bombing run. Actually, I have the perfect thing to find it. Go find me something to hit with a bombing run, please. The pathfinding on this, I've been pretty impressed with space so far. The ground, it looks a little bit funky, but so far so good. Everything's been looking super good so far. I've been really pleased with everything so far. Oh, hit him with the bombing run, back off. Ooh, there's the oppressors coming in from, I don't know what, but I don't know what those oppressors are coming from. There's the bombing run. Solid hits. Oh, our guys are not doing so good. Yeah, back off back this way.
Imperial Army, sharp and fine.
Yeah, at least we know which direction they're coming from now. Group 4,
Yes, sir.
go up and attack this thing for us while they're busy with our main attack force here. We're gonna go finish off their building here. While Group 4 attacks the shield generator and make sure none of the turrets are hitting it as harder than they should be. I actually want you to turn your attack focus on this. Back off. Group 3, get over here. I need you dealing with that tank ASAP. I need you over here. Engine overdrive, get over here. I'm hitting their thing with an orbital bombardment. Ooh, nice. We're getting multiple hits from our missile troops. They might have this fixed before they even get here. Yep. Ooh, they got hit with an orbital bombardment. It wasn't in the range, so it must have an insane AoE. I do know we can hit ourselves with those, so we have to be careful with that. We can hit ourselves with our own bombing runs and our own orbital strikes, so we got to be careful with those. But I kind of like that aspect of it. That was ridiculously fun. I had fun with that. All right, let's see how this works here. A planetary garrison consists of okay, yeah, so the main stations are your garrisons. Okay. So this gives us an Arquitens class cruiser, an action. Okay. We don't even have Arquitens yet, so that's kind of nice. Early Arquitens. Fighters and bombers. Okay, yeah. Get that immediately. I am going to hold it here. I'm going to definitely be playing this on my own. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section below. I had a blast with this. The graphics look insane. The gameplay of this felt already pretty tight to me. I know that it's not like complete, but this felt like a complete mod so far. I didn't find anything lacking or wanting to need anything so far. I had a lot of fun with this, so let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye! Oh yeah, and if you want to check out this mod, a link to their ModDB page and Discord will be in the link below. In the description below, I mean. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!